Hello, how are you? Have you already been to the beach? Well, I have not. Of course, we still have uh, some rainy days. Probably there remain of the rainy season. But then again, we have to worry about typhoons as well. Did you know after typhoons or a big storm, usually beaches have uh, many jellyfish. And when you get stung by them, you usually have a rash on your skin. Okay, let's start with words today. The first word of the day is despite. It means in spite of something. For example, the player continued in the game. Well, I would say once more. The player continued, playing in the game despite her injury. For example, in a soccer match, basketball games, or uh, well, a volleyball game, whatever. Even the person was injured, she continued, played as the member of the team. So that means despite. Another example, for example, despite his size, he was selected to be a member of his country's national team. Well, let's say the basketball team. Once more, let me do that again. In spite of his size, he was selected to be a member of national basketball team. Usually, basketball players are tall. Well, they almost have to be tall. Yet, this particular person was pretty short for basketball player, but then he was selected because he had great skill as a basketball player, and he was a fast mover and a good shooter or a good ball catcher, whatever. Because of his great skills, he was selected, even he was too short to be a basketball player for the national team, of course. Okay, next sentence is, for example, is someone providing these teenagers with cigarettes and alcohol despite their age? That's not good, right? Okay, next word is disrupt. It means upset or cause to break down some kind of a system or something like that. For example, okay, let's say this particular person, let's say troublemaker, or this particular student in the class, for example, let's say, let's call him XYZ. Okay. The student XYZ interrupts the class every day with his stupid clowning. Because of his joking or nonsenseness, the class always get disturbed, and his classmates do not appreciate that. Certainly, teacher would get very upset. But you know those kind of troublemaking students in your class. Okay, Next sentence is, for example, the strong storm or typhoon disrupted the train system throughout that area. And that happens quite often these days. Okay, let's see. The collapse of both governments disrupted the service that people in those countries took for granted, such as, let's say, mail delivering, banking, garbage collecting, etc. in Ukraine and Russia. Unfortunately, that happens when the government collapses, right? Okay. Next word is rash. Like I said, one is the breaking out with many red spots or marks on the skin. That's a rash. Another meaning is outbreak of many, for example, instances with a short time. The other meaning is too hasty or careless. So rash has quite a few different meanings. For example, one of the sentences that I can say is the report on the news of a rash of burglaries, the stealing, people steal, coming into your house while you are out of your house to steal something valuable, right? So let's say the reports of a rush burglaries or the news in the neighborhood was just exaggerated, not really true. So that means they made an overstatement of the burglaries of the neighborhood. And sometimes people get upset with something like that. Okay, next sentence. Okay. Okay, some bugs or insect bites can cause a rash, right? Okay, let's say, okay, it is rash to threaten an action they cannot carry out. Okay, now idioms. Today's idioms is to pick up the tab. It means to pay for another's restaurant check or to treat another person's to theater tickets, concert tickets, theater tickets, etc. For example, the advertising manager is flying to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for a conference, and his firm is picking up the tab. It means the manager doesn't have to pay for anything, but then his firm would pay for his expenses for him to attend the conference. Another sentence, for example, of course, the sponsors would take the tab for all the, let's say, congressional banquet. It means kind of like a big conference dinner party or banquet, let's say. Well, I said banquet. Another one is, for example, junklets. And the representatives don't have to pay for anything. Let's say another example. Yes, I have one. I have a special class which always picks up the tab for my restaurant check or bill. And those students always say that the teacher should never pay for anything at the restaurant, which I really deeply appreciate. How nice they really are, that they're very considerate. And I hope every class would do that for me, but unfortunately, reality is not. Only this one very special class does it every week, but others, they usually don't. So, well, that's all for today. I wish you a wonderful summer. Take care of yourself. Aloha oe for now.